guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am Ashley. I'm a homeschooling mom with 7 kiddos. We have not started yet. We are going to be starting soon, next week actually, for our 2022-2023 school year. I extended our summer a little bit because we just had a bunch of things that we were doing with friends and just because we can. So I wanted to just kind of briefly go over kind of what we do on our first day. Our first day is going to fall in the middle of the week because I have a kiddo whose birthday is right after Labor Day. And so I usually start middle of the week, sometimes Tuesday, sometimes Monday, it depends. But this year, am going to start on a Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. So just kind of wanted to give you an idea of what our first day actually looks like. When we first started, it was kind of like, okay, it's 8 o'clock. Now we're going to get up. Now we're going to do this and do this and do this and do it in this order and yada, yada, yada. And I've said many times, many times, that I don't do a schedule, so to speak. I do a flow. I do a just kind of check mark system, mostly for my older kids. My younger kids, I think they need a little bit more structure, but not to the point of from 8 to 9 we're doing this, from 9 to 10 we're doing this. I just wanted to give a little bit of an insight as to what our first days usually are like, because I find that for the most part, maybe a lot of homeschoolers are kind of like this and just very relaxed the first day and not very rigid. But then there might be others that are like, right on the dot with certain subjects and all that. So I wrote down a list of all the things that we do pretty much every year, give or take, depending on what day of the week we start, depending on what else we have, depending on what extracurriculars we have that day. It varies, but for the most part, these are the things that we do. First of all, I have always said that we sleep in. I let my kids sleep in. I do not wake them up at the crack of dawn to start school. That will not benefit anyone. I let them sleep in. That is the beauty of homeschool. I like to sleep in a little bit also, just a little. And by sleep in, I mean like 8:30. So between 8 and 8:30 typically. Now, if we have somewhere to go in the morning, obviously I'm going to get them up and get going. But usually I'm up a little bit before. I don't necessarily get myself ready before, but I just kind of lay in bed and just kind of, regroup. And so I let them sleep in. So that's really not out of the norm, but I don't get them up at some, horrible time. So I think it just benefits all the kids if they are well rested. And like I said, that is the beauty of homeschool. We do not have to get up at 6:30, 7 o'clock. We don't have to do that. So I don't make them. I try and do either maybe a donut breakfast or go and get something for lunch and bring it back to the house. We don't go out to eat, but maybe like Chick-fil-A or something like that to bring back to the house for lunch. I think probably lunch is more ideal, because if I do breakfast and I do donuts, then it kind of throws off the morning, and then, you're not hungry for lunch because you've had like 4 donuts, and it just kind of throws the whole day off. So I kind of like to do more of a lunch, just, go and pick something up and bring it back for lunch. I always do a new outfit or a new shirt. This year I just did shirts. Sometimes I've done like the girls have had rompers or, dresses or whatever. And I don't go all out. It's like from Walmart or Target or Kohl's or something. When my older 2 were in school and my third, when she was in pre-K, we would go back to school shopping. And obviously my younger kids have hand-me-downs, but they like to get things. And so I like to get them something new, because that's what at least my older 2 were used to. And being able to get, you go back to school shopping and all that. I don't do all that. obviously, because we don't have to. And unless I really just kind of buy things throughout the year when they need them, or, you know, we go to a new season and do we have enough of this? Do we have enough long sleeves? We always have enough short sleeves. Do we have enough long sleeves or long pants or whatever? So I don't like buy a huge bulk of clothes in the beginning of the school year, just because I don't really have to. But I do like to get them all one new shirt to wear for the first day, or outfit to wear for the first day. Posters. Okay, so these I got off Amazon. I used to have a friend do these personalized boards on, I guess she did it like on Photoshop, and then we would have it printed at Office Depot and all of that. I just figured it might be a little bit more cost effective if I did it this way, because you do chalk paint on this. And so I got this off Amazon, and it comes with the last day of school one also, but I have a different format for last day of school. But for first day of school, it has all of this on here: the school, the teacher, the age, the date. I want to be a such and such, favorite food, book, sport. You put whoever's first day of whatever grade. I always, this is like a non-negotiable. We fill these, I don't care what time it is in the morning. We fill these out, and I take a picture, and we do that. And it takes a few minutes because I have to erase, and then, you know, it's not like they all have their own one. I have one, and then we just reuse it. So I have the, you know, colored chalk markers, and I do that, and then we just switch off, and I take a picture, and then we take a group picture, and then sometimes I'm in the picture, and then, you know, we have to document these things. So that I use that as a non-negotiable. We have a more or less relaxed day that is not as stressful. So on the first day, regardless of what they are supposed to be doing, subject wise. So, you know, if it's a full day, if it's supposed to be a full day, I typically will not have them do a full day, but do the most important subjects. And so any of those extra subjects that we have, like, you know, group work like history or science or whatever, we will do that. We'll just start on the next day. I'm about to do a video on kind of how my schedules work for all these different grade levels. I think I've done a video like that maybe, but this one is more specific to this year. So more of a relaxed first day. I'm not rigid anyway when it comes to this, but at least I let them just kind of, you know, we make sure we take our pictures, we make sure we do the things that I want to do that document their first day, and, you know, do their core subjects, and then, you know, from there we'll go on. Okay, I did the lunch, making sure that I have a cleanish house the night before. I like to make sure at least my counters are wiped down, you know, there's not really stuff on the floor, there's not crumbs on the floor, etc. And just make sure that it is relatively clean. I think that helps a lot with just like a clearer mindset, and for everybody to just not have clutter or toys or just random things on the counters. And so we can find what we need to find, and it's just not just, you know, I mean, it is a circus anyway, but, you know, just it's relatively clean. So I like to make sure that the night before that we kind of have a fresh start for the morning. Like I said, we don't try and cram every subject in that first day. If it is on our schedule for that day, you know, on a Thursday or Wednesday or whatever, when they're supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z, if X and Y are most important, then that's what they'll do. And if we get to the others that day, I give a lot of leniency on the first day. And I just make sure that they get their main core subjects done. I just want that done. I want to have a good start to that, obviously. And finally, taking pictures to document. Like I said, I do the pictures for the first day. If we have breakfast or we have a lunch, whatever, I take those pictures. I take one without the poster, with the outfits. I take individual pictures also, so that I can put them, which I need to catch up on, like yearbook style, little photo book style for each year, for each of them. So that is pretty much it. That is what we do on the first day. That is our plans on the first day. I just like to have memories made on that first day. And, you know, just like any public school or private school, typically your first day or even sometimes your first week is just kind of lenient and it's just kind of relaxed. And so that is what my plan is. Obviously, if you are a year-round homeschooler, we are not. But if you homeschool year-round, your first day might look a little bit different. It might not be, you know, as, I don't want to, it's not extravagant, it's not the word. It might not be as, you know, like a black and white transition. But that's kind of like why I like to do the traditional homeschool calendar, because I like to have that kind of definitive break between the two. But anyway, let me know if you have any questions about any of the things that I mentioned. I will let you know how our first day actually went when we get to it next week. And let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.